Have you ever wondered why some people dream a lot, yet never seem to do anything? You know exactly what you need to do, but every day you say, "I'll do it tomorrow." If those questions have ever hurt you, then the story of Arun, the laziest young man in the village, will make you stop procrastinating forever. In a small village surrounded by endless green fields, there lived a young man named Arun. He wasn't a bad person. He wasn't foolish. In fact, Arun had many dreams, more dreams than anyone else his age. He wanted to open a small shop. He wanted to learn to play the flute, like the musicians who passed by the market. He wanted to write a story that would be remembered. And he wanted a strong body like the Kushti wrestlers in the village. But Arun had one problem, a silent, dangerous problem. He always said, "I'll do it tomorrow." And that tomorrow lasted for years. Every morning, Arun woke to the sound of birds and warm sunlight slipping through the cracks of his clay house. He told himself, "Today, I will start. Today, I will change." But then, the yard was too hot. The village children running outside distracted him. The lively calls from the market made him want to take a walk instead. And his mind whispered, "Tomorrow, I'll do it tomorrow." Days passed, then months, then years. His notebook stayed empty. The old flute his father left him lay buried in dust. The training rope curled forgotten in a corner. His savings jar remained empty. Arun felt disappointed in himself, but he didn't understand why. One day, Arun met an old monk sweeping the temple courtyard. The monk paused, looked at him, and said softly, "You are not lazy. You are simply afraid of starting something that feels too big." Arun froze. The monk continued, "Your mind avoids hardship. It doesn't want you tired. It doesn't want you to fail. So it chooses the easier path, procrastination." For the first time, Arun realized he wasn't weak or useless. His brain was protecting him the wrong way. The monk looked into his eyes and said, "But I will teach you 3 things, 3 small things that can change your entire life." The monk took Arun to a potter's workshop. The potter was shaping a large vase, but he began with only a tiny lump of clay. "No one creates a whole pot at once," the monk said. "Everything begins with a handful of clay." Arun finally understood. Want to write a book? Write 1 sentence. Want to learn flute? Practice 1 note. Want to get stronger? Exercise for 3 minutes. Want to save money? Set aside 1 coin. Small steps don't scare the mind. And Arun began to feel something shifting inside him. The monk pointed to the farmers working in the fields every day. "They don't go because they enjoy it," he said. "They go because it has become a habit." Then he said, "Willpower is like the clouds, sometimes there, sometimes gone. But habit is like the earth, steady and always present." Arun began to reshape his environment. Flute on the door, see it every time he walked by. Notebook on the pillow, touch it every night. Training rope within reach, no thinking required. 1 coin a day into the jar, too easy to skip. Small habits formed a new cycle, and Arun grew more proactive, more alive. The monk placed 2 stones in Arun's hands. "Tap these together whenever you begin something," he said. Arun looked confused. The monk smiled. "It's to remind you. Just start for 2 minutes. 2 minutes to write 1 sentence. 2 minutes to play 1 note. 2 minutes to exercise. 2 minutes to clean 1 corner. Just 2 minutes." But it shattered years of procrastination. Arun soon discovered Once he started for 2 minutes. He always continued longer. A year later, Arun was no longer the laziest young man in the village. He had written 30 pages of his first story. He could play several flute melodies. His body was stronger and healthier. And he had saved enough to begin preparing for his shop. People in the village said, "Arun no longer procrastinates. He has learned how to begin." And Arun realized, no one succeeds by doing big things once. They succeed by doing small things every day. If you find yourself like Arun, always saying, "I'll do it tomorrow," remember the monk's 3 truths. Start small. Build habits, not willpower. Begin with 2 minutes. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need to be talented. You don't even need to be ready. You just need to start. Even with the smallest step, your dreams are waiting. Take one small step, but make it today. If this story inspired you, don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell to hear more meaningful stories. See you in the next video.